Okay, guys, we are talking transparency in Apple Metal. So there are two forms or ways in which one can um, deal with transparency. You could do an order independent means, or you could do an unordered means of doing transparency. The difference is that unordered means basically you just take the transparency effect is dependent on what was drawn first, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have drawn in any particular order. So you could see that even though this is behind the front one, that it is more pronounced, right? So it's dependent on a randomly um, decided sequence of what you have drawn. Order independent means that regardless of what however things are drawn, you make sure that you do, for every pixel, you make sure that you know you know what colors and what window panes have affected that pixel, and then you do a mathematical summation to come to the right conclusion for what color that pixel should be. So this is related to depth buffer, depth value, all that stuff, right? And I just figured it was relevant for this discussion. So you have order independent, where regardless of how you draw the panes, you will get to the right solution. And then you have unordered, where it's just randomly decided. Now, the thing is that the correct way to do this, let's say you are in an unordered world, the correct way to do it is to draw, if you wanted to make the unordered come to the right conclusion, is that you would have to enforce that you draw from back to front. So you draw the last pane farthest from the camera, and then closer and closer and closer until you get the front pane. And then you would sort of simulate this situation here. But again, on unordered, you're not enforcing any particular sequence of when you're drawing the panes. So it's just random, and then you get everything. And then, as you can see, it's a little bit more sane on the order independent, but on the unordered, you get random sort of arrangements. Check out the full video below. This is Cuda Education. Thank you for watching.